Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy RJ.
What's up, guys? It's your boy JQ. What it do, man?
Man, we are here for another episode giving you guys our Week 5 NFL predictions.
Yes, just a little preview before things kick off Sunday. It's a big week, and there's a lot of good teams facing off. Facing.
So what's the first team? What's the first? Well, obviously, we already know Rams, Seahawks. They play Thursday night football.
Yeah.
Unsurprisingly, the Rams came in and they bounced back from the loss that they received from the Arizona Cardinals. And basically, Russell Wilson gets out at halftime, a little finger injury, may be out the next game, who knows.
Wow.
Rams get another win.
Yeah.
Still think they're a great team, still think they're a possible Super Bowl contender. But
it just goes to show like the Seattle Seahawks is falling from grace. You know, their defense is not too high. The offense is spotty at best. But
a lot of talent.
But they still competitive. So, it's always room when you're competitive. It's a couple of matchups that I'm interested in, and I'm also interested in getting your take on it. So Green Bay is actually playing Cincinnati. Another one is actually Chicago playing Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Cleveland playing the Chargers. And then Arizona playing the San Francisco 49ers, and Kansas City playing the Bills. But the biggest one of the week that's people talking about is Brown versus the Chargers, because Browns is the first time that they I think they're 4-1, and the Chargers is 4-1. So it's kind of like two teams that we're not used to winning is on the precipice of being an actually good team, a Super Bowl contender.
I'm going to tell you right now, the Cleveland Browns will not see a Super Bowl.
Why not?
I'm going to tell you.
Say that.
Because, first of all, Baker Mayfield, as far as his position, he is playing I believe, like worse.
Yeah, I mean, what really troubled me about that is how can you he really had to develop a chemistry with Odell Beckham, and Odell Beckham is a useful asset. He's fast and he can catch. Like, why is it a disconnect there?
Here's the thing. Honestly, I think Odell's too much of a diva. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is he a talented wide receiver? Absolutely. Has he fallen from grace? He absolutely has. He is not the Odell that came from New York, and we saw that pretty much as soon as he came to the Cleveland Browns. Let's be honest. Landry was outperforming him some games as far as getting targets and receptions. So,
yeah,
I don't know.
So, I mean, I feel like Odell is like halfway in, halfway out.
Absolutely. That's how the Browns feel about him.
He never wanted to be a Brown. I think he will be better in another offense with another quarterback. That offense has worked better when it's heavy tight ends and running backs. That offense is not meant for throwing 50, 60 balls. You know what I mean? Yeah. Me personally, I love to see him on the Dallas Cowboys or the Los Angeles Rams.
I mean, whatever. Honestly, I don't know. I don't have too much opinion on Odell Beckham Jr. anymore.
Yeah.
As far as the game goes, the Chargers are going to win that game.
Well, it's so crazy that the Chargers, like their quarterback is really stepping into his own.
I mean, it's a veteran right now.
Yeah. And it's only his second season.
And their defense is starting to click too. Man,
yeah.
And Austin Ekeler is starting to find his little stride as being the number one running back,
Yeah.
And Herbert's more comfortable in the pocket every game. He just looks good. So no, Baker Mayfield, no offense, whatever, but I'm not gonna win that game. So,
I agree. I got the Chargers pulling that off. Another game that I also want to bring to your attention, which is it's kind of like a sleeper game, which is Kansas City versus the Bills. Now the Bills is number one in the power ranking right now, but they feel like Kansas City is going to start their winning streak.
Kansas City could, but here's the thing: Kansas City defense is atrocious.
Their
defense is terrible.
every team that they played got they had 100 yards rushing.
And the thing is, you're gonna take a team with Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs,
their
tight end Knox.
Yes.
I mean, and their defense has been playing just like Iron Curtain level. They blew out. Like everybody knew they were going to be Houston, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
Right, but I didn't expect for Houston to get any points on the board. Not even a field goal. That team got legitimately shut out for the duration from the first quarter all the way to the fourth quarter. So,
wow.
So,
and it's crazy because Buffalo, they went through a stint where they was really bad for really long.
Oh yeah.
And then they just just came out of nowhere. To be honest.
And then because honestly, when Josh Allen first got there, he didn't play the greatest. So I mean, but then it goes to show it just takes time for the chemistry and the mechanics to get there. And now he's playing lights out football, comfortable in the game. That team's offense is starting to move. Stephon Diggs is having 100-yard games. It's seeing or getting close to 100 yards a game at least. So, and I never wanted to count out the Chiefs or Patrick.
Yeah.
It's I respect that, but I mean, it's your defense is you can put 40 points on the board, but your defense is going to give up 50 because they can't stop the run at all. They can't.
Tyrann Mathieu put a lot on his shoulders as far as how the DBs is playing, but I had to say Patrick Mahomes been getting the ball up. He been throwing interceptions. So I know you trying to be all footloose and trying to have the little crazy passes, but at some point you got to think about ball control, the possessing the ball, because you can't win giving it to the other team. Now, another biggie is going to be San Francisco versus Arizona, and guess what, bro?
What?
Trey Lance is starting for his very first time.
I knew that was going to happen. Remember when we made these videos?
Yes, the draft.
I said Jimmy Garoppolo was not the quarterback for the 49ers. It was very evident. Even Jimmy knew that. And I said, Jimmy's not going to be the guy that's going to have to lead them into a Super Bowl. It just wasn't. They already killed his career by not letting him throw the ball enough. And then he goes in Trey Lance, a guy that can throw and can run. Could be a very different game for them. Now, I think, people slept on the Cardinals for so long. It's going to be a hard offense to overcome.
Well, I feel like, this is a very tough game for it to be his first start.
It's going to be a tough, because you get in the Cardinals team and just can't even beat the LA Rams.
And then, not only they beat the Rams, they beat the
in SoFi.
They beat Tennessee in their state. And don't get me on Tennessee because underperforming team. But I really feel like so far the MVP of the league has to be Kyler Murray.
He's been playing lights out. You got guys. Seems like that offense seems like they can pull off just anything, and
like they can't miss.
It's automatic. Like he may have like his share of just throwing like bad passes or throwing bad.
Yes.
He come back. He has the mentality to come back, and then all right, I threw 2 interceptions, but here's 5 touchdowns because I ran in for like 2 of them.
You know, that little sucker is fast.
He is fast. A lot more athletic than he is.
So
accurate on the ball.
Yes. Do you feel like they're gonna pull that out?
I think the Cardinals are gonna win.
Okay.
I think the 49ers though are still. I think the 49ers are a better team than people give them credit for.
Yeah.
Don't know if this being for a start. I don't know.
Are they gonna lose by a little or a lot?
I think it'll be closer than what people think.
Okay.
I think
that's fair enough.
If at most, I think the Cardinals will win, maybe by a touchdown. If not, maybe like field goal or something.
And then news came out of Chicago that Fields is the starter moving forward, and he is making his first road start. No, his second road start in Las Vegas. How do you feel like that's gonna go for him?
For him, well, you're gonna be playing in Vegas. It's a very big venue now, because it's in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
We have to see how it all really depends on how the Rays are going to come out, and if Chicago can hold that front line against those 2 talented defensive ends that they have. I mean, you give Justin Fields time to throw.
Yeah, I mean, but it's Max. He going back to his former team. He's facing his former team. He said he relished the just the opportunity to really show them what they missed and what they gave up for. Now the Raiders is actually came out today. They had some controversies in their locker room. John Gruden sent some texts that had racial language in it. So the head coaches are the fire. It's a lot of things in the Raiders' direction that's kind of, distracting them.
And the thing with coaches like John Gruden and stuff, and those kind of guys, I mean, I think you'll have that from time to time.
Yeah.
And it's just overall is a distraction for what you're trying to achieve.
Yeah, it is. It's a big distraction.
But we'll see. We'll see how long John Gruden is the head coach for the Raiders. It could all change. Ownership be like, hey, we're done with you. Get him out of here.
Yeah, I mean, because what you don't want to do is have the face of your organization be even, talked about the same breath as racism or,
right.
What I mean? And this social climate is just volatile. What I mean? You'll lose a lot of sponsorships, a lot of everything. But Tampa Bay, they got I feel like they got an easy one in Miami.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh is playing Denver. I believe Denver is going to come out on top of that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Jacksonville playing Tennessee. They both suck.
Yeah, I think Jacksonville could actually probably get a win. Legitimately.
If Jets can,
but anybody can. If they don't have any distraction with Urban Meyers out here and stuff, but
hey, Urban Meyers. One thing I can say, he's consistent.
He is consistent.
he consistently doing some dumb shit.
Yeah.
No, but what do you think about the Bengals versus the Packers? This is supposed to be a game to watch.
I think this is one of the games out that I feel like it'll be closer than what people think.
Yeah.
But I think it really depends on how the Packers are going to come out and play this game. You know what I'm saying? I think if they get Devontae Adams going early, Aaron Jones going early, they getting good protection up front. getting, chunks of yards, 5-7 yard gains at a time, first downs. You know, we kind of saw with the Bengals last game where like they kind of got bottled up by like some stiffer defenses. They still came out and won the game, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think that the Packers defense is going to hold up against that Bengals offense.
Well, see, I feel like it's all on the Packers defense because one thing we know about the offense, they're going to score at least 20 points,
right.
20 points or more. So it depends on if the Packers and the Bears gave the blueprint to bottle that defense up. You got to shake. What's my man name? I can't believe it. I'm drawing a blank. I was going to say Andy Dalton. No, but Joe Burrows.
Yeah.
You gotta find a way to frustrate him because when he frustrated, he seemed radical. He don't trust his mechanics when and plus it's only his second year, so you know what I mean.
Right.
So you got to rattle him. You got to show him some different looks. I believe the Packers is going to win this game.
Oh, absolutely.
I think it just be too much experience. Too much experience.
Yeah, at the end of the day, the Packers are a lot more of a mature team.
Yeah. And then the final game of this week is your Indianapolis Colts versus Baltimore.
Baltimore Ravens. It's going to come down.
Tell me something good.
One of those games that honestly is going to come down to the Colts defense. I mean, with all the injuries that Baltimore has, you're still a favorite in this game just because of how Lamar Jackson performs, how he does.
Yes.
How they faced all that adversity and they still somehow come out and win.
Well, I would say this. Colts, make Lamar Jackson beat you throwing the ball.
And that's the thing. You got to keep him in the pocket, right?
Make it like
keep him in the pocket. And then offense got to put points on the board, right? We can't have empty series. It can't happen.
And one thing I noticed about the Colts is when the offense get going, but it take a long time for them to get going. They take a whole half to start scoring. You got to come out ready, firing.
Yeah.
Early touchdowns will be the key for them.
This is not our year. I can tell you that. This is not our year. It's not a diehard Colts fan. It is not our year. We're not winning.
But you can always root on the.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, I love Dallas, but their defense is sometimes suspect at times. Because some of the games, I'm just like, this game should not be this close. Or maybe it's just like those other teams are actually just better. But I think, I don't know. I think that they would definitely win their division. Absolutely.
We got the number one cornerback in the NFL.
I understand that, but look. Hey, if I can be real with my team, can you be real with yours? And
I mean, I would be real with this. I don't understand.
Has underperformed for the two past games.
The defense? Oh, absolutely. They gave up what? They gave up 27.
Defense and CeeDee Lamb, and it seems like
now CeeDee Lamb was a little bit disappointing because I had him in my fantasy team. He only caught 2 balls. He only caught 2 passes for 11 yards.
I feel like I think they're still going to go far. I think they're still going to make. I think Dallas is going to make playoffs. I think it's just a matter of it's just like if Dallas is going to win, they got to come out and that defense has to get back to where it was like consistently getting you 3.
All of the good Dallas teams that won the Super Bowl that even go to the playoffs, they had people who can rush the passer. If you could get sacks, you can win.
And they got if you can get turnovers, can do that for them,
Well, DeMarcus Lawrence is injured.
Yeah.
You know, that's really the only person they had. They got Micah Parsons, who's doing a really good job. But you can't put it all on one person.
No, yeah, it gotta be everything.
It got to be a team effort. They playing the New York Giants this week, so I'm just gonna give them that dub, honestly.
Yeah, I think I hope it's not one of those games where everybody says, "All right, Dallas, you should win this." Like this should be
no,
and then it end up being okay. New York coming down here and wins by a field goal or something.
Hey, don't put that bad juju on me. We don't need a Colts moment. We don't need a Colts moment.
Hey, I'm just saying. But best of luck to the boys down there in Dallas. Yeah. I like Dak Prescott. I wish I want to win.
Yeah, I mean, Dak Prescott is probably one of the most likable people in the NFL. Honestly, I truly wish that the Colts would, I feel like Irsay makes decisions. I feel like Irsay is the Jerry Jones of the Colts.
Right, yeah.
And I think he needs to stop making football decisions. You know what I mean? That Wentz was on paper good, but they could have got so many other people.
They could have, but they didn't. We'll see what happens. This year for the Colts is a wash, and that is all the time that we have for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we love that you guys continue to like our videos. Please continue to tell your friends to subscribe, share, word of mouth, everything. It's all good. Once again, I'm your boy RJ.
This is your boy JQ, guys.
And we out.